faces. That's retro Anthony Greene.
That's
the alternative, if you will.
That's retro. That's alternative if I've ever seen it. And he started us off here at the Vacationland Cup in style.
Against a top draw. Every single person in this tournament could win the match. That's the bell. I think we just rang it. Nate Speckman wants it. That's a super kick. That's Kevin Blackwood in there, by the way, John Alba. Maybe you've heard of him.
That is Kevin Blackwood, who's played a pivotal role in Limitless Wrestling over the course of the past years. He gets hooked. But a quick 2 count as he rolls out smartly to the outside.
Let's catch our breath here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Vacationland Cup, August 28th, 2021. We are back in Yarmouth, John Alba. Opening round contest, Anthony Greene meets Kevin Blackwood. And 4 people are going to advance to a fatal 4-way to crown the Vacationland Cup champion, the summer tradition here up in Maine.
A welcome return to the summer after having to do our impromptu one in the winter, which thanks to all of the great Limitless Wrestling fans out there for tuning in on IWTV like you are right now. We're able to have events like this tonight.
Absolutely.
As Kevin Blackwood gets drilled right in the mush.
Anthony Greene with a forearm there. And this crowd, this sold-out crowd, John Alba, thoroughly behind Anthony Greene. But we talked about this on the Limitless Wrestling podcast earlier this week. Could the favor turn to Kevin Blackwood with the champ outside, Daniel Garcia? It's been a numbers game. It always has been since this change of heart for both these men. And you got to believe that Anthony Greene, as seasoned as he is at the disadvantage.
And it's quite a juxtaposition to what we will see in our championship match later, as the roles will be reversed and Daniel Garcia will have Kevin Blackwood banned from ringside as he defends the Limitless Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship against JD Drake. But right now, he wants to punch his ticket to the finals tonight in the Vacationland Cup against a former Vacationland Cup winner.
Anthony Greene is in fact a former Vacationland Cup winner, along with cover there into the powerbomb too. Only a 2 from referee Nate Speckman. Along with JT Dunn, the first Vacationland Cup winner. In addition to Christian Casanova, you might know him now as Carmelo Hayes of NXT fame. Someone looking to add their name to the list. Perhaps somebody twice if you're Anthony Greene or JT Dunn.
And think about what it would mean for Kevin Blackwood to potentially make himself #1 contender to his best friend. Would he take it? Now again, he doesn't
think about
to challenge
what that
Daniel
means
Garcia,
for Daniel Garcia. Exactly.
But in theory, it could create quite an interesting scenario. And right now, he's well on his way as he stomps a mud hole at Anthony Greene, who takes a swing at the Limitless Wrestling champion.
You have to wonder right there. You take a look at Kevin Blackwood. Would he want an opportunity at the Limitless Wrestling Championship? Would he help kind of just give him a breather, give him a month off perhaps at the anniversary show in September? Anthony Greene floats over Kevin Blackwood, trying to hook him down to that sunset flip. Anthony Greene finds the ropes, catches him with a big John Way, big hand. Right to the top of the head of Kevin Blackwood. But you got to ask yourself, if you're Anthony Greene, you want that rematch. You want that rematch with Daniel Garcia. He was within inches away of regaining the Limitless Wrestling Championship.
And not just that, but he never lost the Limitless Wrestling Championship. He owns a claim to the throne as he catches the punch and hits with one of his own, his big forearm. Oh boy. Anthony Greene heating up here.
Big plate of chops from Anthony Greene. Gonna crack his neck a little bit. Recently victorious against M-Dog 20 Matt Cross up in Central Maine, up in Herman. An excellent crowd coming soon to IWTV. Odds are, if you're listening to my voice right now, that event is already up there. Please check it out. But I gotta put you on the limb here. Wait a minute, we've seen this DDT before out of Anthony Greene. Oh my goodness! Devastating assisted double arm DDT, only 2.
Anthony Greene taking a moment to catch his breath here. It's been pretty amazing to watch AG in his return to the independent circuit. He hasn't really missed a beat, Troy. It's been quite impressive. Again, the seasoning that he got on 205 Live in NXT certainly shining here. He's able to ducks the line as Blackwood. Ripcord position. Oh,
does not shoot him off with the ripcord. Keeps him trapped, driving those knees into the back. Backstabber-esque maneuver. Ducks one and giving a couple shots down knees to the gut of Anthony Greene. Blackwood looking for a German suplex.
Oh, beautiful form
with
there.
A bridge. Speckman with only 2.
And you look at what the Buffalo Boys have done over the course of the past year, refining their skill set. You see Daniel Garcia coaching Kevin Blackwood here from the outside. No doubt about it, Troy. Daniel Garcia has been instrumental in bringing that mean streak out of Kevin Blackwood. Remember, it was Kevin Blackwood's loss in the Vacationland Cup back in December that kind of brought out this side of him.
Absolutely. And you take a look at these two. They feed off each other, John Elbow. That is why Anthony Greene is very much at the disadvantage here. Belly to back suplex perhaps. Floats him over. Excellent maneuver by Anthony Greene. What could this be? Oh, we've seen this out of Anthony Greene before. Bent over. Drives him into the canvas and then the cover. Two. Then two into the half crab.
I mean, that's just skill, that's instinct, veteran presence from Anthony Greene right there, cinching in that half crab, shooting that pain up Kevin Blackwood's spine. He almost tapped there, referee Nate Speckman in perfect position. The crowd willing Anthony Greene here. Oh, look at Daniel Garcia.
That's what I said. They feed off each other. Daniel Garcia is not going to have that tonight with Kevin Blackwood banned from ringside. The thing you got to keep in mind about that main event, though, that main event caliber match, that championship bout, is that if J.D. Drake cannot wrestle away the Limitless Wrestling Championship from Daniel Garcia, he will no longer be able to challenge in any form so long as Daniel Garcia is champion.
He certainly will not be able to, and think about what that means to J.D. Drake, who travels all around the country wanting to lay claim to the throne wherever he steps foot in a ring. But right now, that's not his priority. Right now, we're sitting here in the opening round of the Vacationland Cup. Again, it's not just a fatal four-way we'll be seeing later. It's an elimination match. It's going to go even deeper. Your stamina, your endurance. Think about this, Troy. These two beating the hell out of each other right now. They got to turn it around.
Beautiful super kick by Anthony Greene. They're just lucky that they drew the first contest. They're going to have the longest breather out of anyone in this tournament. Anthony Greene reversing it. Gonna throw another super kick there and landing flush on Kevin Blackwood. What is this? Could be looking for the
so much prettier.
So much prettier. Half Nelson.
Ooh, right on his shoulder.
Half Nelson suplex over from Kevin Blackwood. Clotheslines, both men back up, and both men are feeling it, Alba.
Look at this. A clash of the titans here in the opening round of the Vacationland Cup. Two of the strongest competitors Limitless Wrestling's ever seen. Oh boy.
And I don't see them getting up too quickly after that one, John.
And right now, neither man with enough stamina to get back to their feet. We saw them maybe dig down a little deep early on and muster up that strength, getting their breath. You're watching the 2021 Vacationland Cup here on IWTV. Top Shelf Coin Nelson, John Alba here. Use the hashtag VLC2021. Get yourself involved in the conversation.
This sold-out crowd here in Yarmouth, Maine, letting the competitors hear it. In this case, Anthony Greene, both competitors, rolling to the outside like they're meeting over the center of the ring.
Look at AG's face right there.
And he's not going to waste any time. But Kevin Blackwood with a little bit more aggression, not as much timidness that we've seen from him in past months, but he knows what's at stake. Garcia knows what's at stake. A month off at the anniversary show, perhaps, if Kevin Blackwood can win the Vacationland Cup.
I was just about to say, these are two great pro wrestlers, but this match has been ugly. This is a brute fight right now between these
I'd argue there is a little bit of grittiness here. I think that if you're Anthony Greene, your wherewithal is with the wrestling. That very technical base has always proven effective for Anthony Greene. Kevin Blackwood, also a fine wrestler, tuned up in Buffalo, New York. However, a little bit more gritty.
Sure.
I agree.
But he's a great grappler, though, and that's where Anthony Greene has to make sure he doesn't get caught here. We saw AG on the offense cinching in that half crab before. Very easily, Kevin Blackwood can turn that around into his favor.
Absolutely. Because when you're training with the likes of Daniel Garcia, who's a consummate technician, always very much ready to grab a hold, finding different ways to put your opponents into a position. Wait a minute now. Talk about a position you don't want to be in. Anthony Greene gets double stopped by Blackwood.
Anthony Greene's ribs absorbed all that, but he's trying to hold on to the rope there. Maybe bought himself a couple of seconds.
Smart move. That might be the second that makes all the difference. Kevin Blackwood, only two.
Think about what it would mean if Kevin Blackwood knocked off Anthony Greene here, not just for everything you laid out before, but what a statement that would be for how far he has come in the loud, beautiful, absolutely pristine, maybe even prestigious form there.
That'll be later on in the show. Only two. And you want to talk about accolades? You know, wins and losses count here in Limitless Wrestling, but there are two accolades as far as Limitless Wrestling go. There is the Limitless Wrestling Championship, and there is the Vacationland Cup. Do you want to know the reason, John Alban? I know you already know why there is no tag team championships in Limitless Wrestling. Because of Kevin Blackwood and Daniel Garcia defeating the Main State Posse back in the spring.
MSP kind of dropped the ball on that one and pissed off the entire tag team division.
Say all tag team division, the growing tag team division, 6 teams, 7 teams, 8 teams, many people coming through. Garcia and Kevin Blackwood said pump the brakes, is what they said.
They did say that, and maybe that makes that Limitless Wrestling Championship even more pristine for Daniel Garcia. He is the sole man at the top here. I'll tell you what, just what a dream team it would be, the two of them holding the top 2 crowns here. Maybe
looking through.
this is so much prettier, but rolls him up.
The schoolboy, the cover, 2! Only gets 2, Nate Speckman. Right there, perfect cadence.
Good scouting from Kevin Blackwood there. He knows that AG, that's his go-to, that super kick.
Say Blackwood now going to the top rope. Could be looking for another double stomp, perhaps. I don't believe he's going to the well once too often. If he can hit another double stomp here. Greene up to his feet. Catches him with a super kick.
Stiff to the face. Oh,
so much prettier. If he lands it, it's over, Elba. Up. Over, lands it. Dead center of the ring. Anthony Greene advances.
Here is your winner and advancing to the finals of the Vacationland Cup, the alternative, Anthony Greene.
Ladies and gentlemen, January 27th, 2017, Limitless Wrestling kicks off the new year with a card that can only be described as unreal. Top shelf Troy Nelson being joined by Denver, Colorado, the man, not the place. How are you tonight, Denver?
Hey, yo, what up? Got a first-time ever match. Travis Flip Gordon going one-on-one with John Silver.
John Silver, no stranger here in Limitless Wrestling, as well as your promotion, my friend, Beyond Wrestling, to the Hoss fight. Seasoned veteran of the Hoss fight, getting a bit of a break tonight, if you can call it that, against Mr. Flip Gordon.
Well, certainly not a break. Definitely a different style than some of the heavyweights that John Silver has been matched up with in the past. And it's going to be interesting to see how John Silver's going to have to change up his strategy, knowing that Flip Gordon is probably faster than him, which does not happen too frequently when John Silver's in the ring, that he's matched up with a quicker opponent.
Absolutely. We've seen it in the past here in Limitless Wrestling. Johnny Silver has matched up with Warbeard Hansen in the past here. Very interesting results. I have seen that man lift up Warbeard Hansen for a jackhammer. He gave him a run for his money. What is Travis Gordon going to have to do tonight?
He's very resilient, and you know, John Silver, even though he's really starting to come in his own 2016, 2017, Travis Gordon, by comparison, is brand new to wrestling. And that's what Travis Gordon is going to have to show to John Silver, that he's not intimidated by him.
You say it, in just a short time in wrestling, all the accomplishments, all the accolades that he's been able to accomplish, including he is the current Chaotic Wrestling New England champion. And like you said, just a short time in this business there, Denver.
I mean, he's going to be one of Brian Fury's best prospects coming out of the New England Pro Wrestling Academy in North Andover, Massachusetts.
Absolutely, coming all the way from Montana. Beautiful drop kick on Johnny Silver under the tutelage of Brian Fury.
Obviously, when you see somebody like Travis Flip Gordon, just the raw natural ability that he has. But then it's like, you know, when Brian Fury's able to mold that clay, I mean, look at the professional wrestler you see in the ring. I mean, this guy's staying one step ahead against John Silver, who, you know, we want to talk about his the body work he's put together in Beyond Wrestling, knocking off the likes of Michael Elgin and Chris Hero. So for Flip Gordon to even be able to hang with him is very impressive.
I can barely hear you, Denver. Do you hear this crowd tonight for Limitless Wrestling?
Well over 400 fans here in Westbrook, Maine, just outside of Portland. An incredible accomplishment. Everybody involved with Limitless Wrestling should be very proud.
Oh my goodness! Johnny Silver's gonna eat the feet of Flip Gordon. Incoming!
Oh, so that's why they call him Flip Gordon.
You don't say! The pride of Montana! Travis Flip Gordon coming over the top, landing on Johnny Silver. Mr. Silver's beside himself right now. You gotta take advantage of this, and I think Flip Gordon knows it.
I'm really surprised to see Silver having a tough time getting out of the gates. Again, that's just a testament to how gifted Flip Gordon is. Look at that!
My
The
goodness.
springboard off the knees, landing on his feet. But see, that was the veteran maneuver out of John Silver.
Johnny Silver coming to us originally out of the NYWC Academy. It's a Mikey Whipwreck student right there.
But then he had the opportunity to also train with Pat Buck, Brian Myers. I mean, this guy has been around all different training facilities and schools in New York. And this is the confidence that we're starting to see out of John Silver. This is the mean streak. He's bending the rules, not breaking them with a maneuver like the stun gun, but it's going to be interesting to see how he can capitalize and by slowing things down, making it more and more difficult for Travis Gordon to breathe by kicking him in the chest. He is going to slow him down. And I think that Travis Gordon is at his best when he's stringing together that offense.
Johnny Silver could perhaps grotesquing a little too much. That shuts me up too.
That's the resilience I was talking about, but that's where you also see the inexperience coming into play. Travis Gordon was trying to get back up to his feet. Not only did he still get kicked in the chest, but he got knocked down too.
Travis Gordon feeling it now. Having a mixed bag here so far in Limitless Wrestling.
He's trying to retreat to the corner. He's not going to get any sort of safety because John Silver loves to hit the heel from that position. He just launched him across the brand new Limitless Wrestling ring.
What a gorgeous ring. Ivory white turnbuckles. So many faces to be smashed on them later this evening.
There's not much given a wrestling ring as it is, but it's a brand new wrestling ring. I'm going to say it's even less, so wrestlers are going to have a very tough time. Wouldn't be surprised to see the matches going a little bit shorter tonight, because every time that you hit those boards underneath that canvas, it's going to be taking more and more out of you.
Absolutely. Those ropes slippery as well, as crisp and clean as can be.
So far, it hasn't been a factor for Travis Gordon, but I mean, from this position, he's obviously not hitting any of that high-flying offense, and John Silver opting instead, again, taking a shortcut, bending the rules but not breaking them with a thumb to the eye. That's not going to warrant a disqualification, but the referee is definitely going to be probably in an uncomfortable situation where, is he going to throw this one out? Are we going to start off unreal with a disqualification, or is he going to be intimidated by John Silver and give him a little bit more leeway?
Referee Stephen Dumaine coming to us all the way from New York. Randy Carver batting down the hatches tonight, bringing in a lot of recruits for this huge show here tonight, folks.
Now, it's tough to tell from this position if John Silver has that hold applied legally. It does look like a basic neck crank as Travis Gordon trying to feed off the energy of 400-plus fans here in Westbrook. He's firing off a few shots. Silver was blocking the elbows, but did not block those kicks.
Oh my goodness! Right into the German suplex on the bridge! Only gets two. Back and forth contest going tit for tat so far, Jim.
I don't think Flip was ready for that. He just got taken over and dropped right on his head.
And I gotta be honest, from what I've seen so far out of both men, I'm surprised that it has been all John Silver so far. Flip Gordon has had a rough time getting out of the gate.
Travis Gordon, he got a lot of offense in on the start, but John Silver, the veteran, again, able to weather the storm, and he basically let Travis Gordon tire himself out. Now he's in a position where he can hardly even defend himself.
I can hardly defend myself. I'm feeling those shots all the way here from commentary.
Now let's see if Travis learned from his mistake earlier. He tried getting back up to his feet and he got knocked out. And instead, this time from this position, able to catch the kick. He's got Silver hoisted on the shoulders, but Silver slipping through the back door.
Catching him with a back elbow is there. Flip Gordon off the rope. Catches him with an Asai moonsault and catches him with an enziguri.
Well, that's one way to create distance between yourself and your opponent. The question is, how can Gordon capitalize?
Both men slow to their feet. Travis Gordon, Irish whip evaded by Johnny Silver. Gets him with a back handspring elbow.
All the added momentum rebounding off the rope. Silver's retreated to the corner. And now Travis Gordon closing the gap with the double knees.
With a forearm across the face. Johnny Silver starting to reel now.
Silver is still standing up in the corner, and that was a veteran maneuver. You want to use a maneuver like a snapmare to bring your opponent to the center of the ring, away from the ropes, the impact right into the pin, but he did not have the leg hook, and this match will continue.
Travis Gordon beside himself, taking a look at the audience. They're not going to help you, Flip. You got to figure this one out by yourself.
I got to think that Flip's going to be looking to put it away right here.
We've seen his 450 in the past. We've seen his corkscrew moonsault in the past. What could he be looking for here?
Might be looking to bust out something new. Capacity crowd. But instead, Silver staying one step ahead. Oh, that shotgun drop kick into the corner.
Here comes another. Oh, catch him with that forearm. Up with the boot goes Flip Gordon.
Oh, turn him inside out. I think he knocked him out.
Oh my goodness, only two.
It's about as close as it gets. Only the first match here at Unreal. What a lineup here at Limitless Wrestling.
Johnny Silver quick to count. He's back up on his feet. He's looking to finish this. Flip Gordon catches him with the head scissors.
Gordon had done his homework in that position, because that would have been it for Flip Gordon if John Silver would have spun out into that powerbomb position, stacking his opponent up on the shoulders. Instead, the way he was able to wrap his legs around John Silver's head, take him down, and now the springboard super kick. John Silver was not prepared for that.
That has spelled disaster for many opponents in the past for Flip Gordon. I've seen it with my own eyes. John Silver able to kick out at 2.
Now Travis Gordon, you got to wonder, is he going to try and bring John Silver close to the ropes? He's going to try and attempt that 450 splash again, or maybe he's got something else in mind. This could be a mistake, though. Your opponent's already down. Why are you going to bring him back up to his feet? Well, you can't hit a chop from any other position, but that could have spelled disaster like you would say.
Flip Gordon lands on his feet after that German, tripping him up, caught on the ropes, and a beautiful kick to the back of the head.
That's Concussion City. Now he's going to open that torture rack.
Gets him with that Blue Thunder bomb into the cover. 2. Only 2, Denver. Only a 2, and John Silver is not a happy man.
I'm telling you what, I would have had my money on John Silver. I am surprised to see the resilience out of Travis Gordon. That's a tough move to get out of because John Silver does not have to waste any motion getting into that cover. The one drawback of that hold is you cannot get much coverage across your opponent's shoulders. You kind of have to rely on knocking him out. And now John Silver might be looking for that wild bomb.
Wild bomb. Evaded by Travis Gordon. Gets him, rolls through, and a super kick to the seated opponent. Flip Gordon catches him with that springboard stunner. My goodness! Travis Gordon is victorious!
Hello everyone, my name is Michael Labby and welcome to Maine's Pro Wrestling History. Sasha Banks is one of the most well-known women wrestlers in the world today. Debuting in 2010, she signed with the WWE in 2012, where she was first assigned to NXT, where she captured the NXT Women's Championship. When she moved on to the main roster, she would go on to become a multiple-time Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion, as well as become a co-holder of the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. However, did you know that her first ever wrestling championship was won right here in the state of Maine? Under the name Miss Mercedes, and then Mercedes KV, Banks wrestled some of her very first professional matches for the NWA On Fire promotion here in Maine. She also wrestled for IWE, or Independent Wrestling Entertainment. In fact, it was at an IWE show in Brewer, Maine on April 9th, 2011 at Cityside Restaurant, where she pinned Mainer Mistress Belmont to win the IWE Women's Championship. The two would go on to have several return matches, including a very violent evening gown match that ended when Mercedes KV hit Mistress Belmont with a chair before winning the match. She would be recognized as champion for 301 days, but she didn't lose the title. She was stripped of the championship for being unable to appear to defend it. I'm Michael Labby, and this has been Maine's Pro Wrestling History.